Continue our lecture on HTML, that is Hypertext Markup Language. This is what we've done on that day. We have these different heading levels, H1, H2 to H6, and then we discussed about bold, italic, and underline. And we can see the output here on the right hand side of the page, right? Today, I told you on that day that we need two different things in order to do HTML. One is that we need one text editor. That is, it could be a Notepad or a Notepad++, and we need one web browser. It could be Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or Internet Explorer, right? So it could be anything. We want both the things, a text editor and a web browser. And I told you on that day that in text editor, like we were having Notepad and Notepad++, we'll be telling something about Notepad++ as well. Here, if you take a look at whatever we have written here, it's quite plain, no? There are no tabs here, no spacing in the beginning, even the coloring is not there, right? So I'll be telling you about Notepad++ today. Let's see a little bit about that. First of all, this is the look of Notepad++, right? As you can see, it supports many languages. See all these letters, they denote the name of the languages from where they start. For example, now we have to do HTML. If you go to H, we can see this and HTML, right? And if you go for J, you can see Java, JavaScript, JSON, JSP, right? If you go for V, it's Visual Basic, and for Log, Verilog, okay, and so on. So it supports many languages. Even you can see here C, C++, C Sharp, COBOL, okay, CSS. Many things you can do here. Well, let's begin. First of all, how will you get this? You have to go to the Internet Explorer or Google Chrome. Here you have to type here Notepad++, and as you can see, you get this, the very first link at the top of the page, downloads Notepad++. Now when you click on this, you'll get something like this, okay. Now the latest release is at the top. You can just click it and download it. Since I'm having already with me, so I won't be doing this. So you download it, and then you can open it like so. So this is the first page which is open here right now. Let me tell you some of the features here. First of all, you need to choose a language. So you go to H and go to HTML, right? Now it won't do anything actually. It'll just give a color coding to the tag so that you come to know where one tag starts and where it ends, right? Let's start. You'll get an idea about what we are doing. We start with HTML and see what happens when I end a tag. I get this negative sign here. This means that you can collapse it and you can expand it, right? Similarly, if I click on HTML, you can see that it gives a color coding and it gives a background also, right? Indicating that it starts from here and it ends here, right? Secondly, you can press Control from your keyboard and move your mouse ball in order to zoom in or zoom out. Okay, if you don't like it from here, you can use these buttons as well. This is zoom out and this is zoom in. Okay, so no need to increase the font or something, just zoom in or zoom out according to whatever you require. Okay, then after this, as you can see, if I enter here head, right, and I end with the head, see, the moment I write head, it gives a color coding. You can see these red brackets here, right? This indicates it starts from here and it ends here. Okay, then let's move on. After that, what do we type? Body, right? And whenever I will end with the body, you can see again it gives you a color coding. See, if I click on HTML, it tells me it starts here, it ends here. If I click on head, it tells me from where it starts and ends. Similarly, the case with the body. Similarly, if I type a title and title ends, right? So See how easy it is to work with this. Next important thing is that you can see that they're on the same level, right? You can see this red line also on the left hand side. This also indicates that its scope starts from here and it ends here. Similarly, if I click on body, see this red line on the left hand side, it starts from here and it ends here, right? Another thing is your indentation. Indentation is the space from the left hand side edge of the page. Now you can see all are at the same level, right? HTML head, title, body. So it becomes somewhat difficult to make out where each one's level is. Okay. So what we do is we start from here and we select till here. We press tab from the keyboard. See? Whatever we selected, it came to the right. Similarly, title also. Now see how easy it becomes. We click on HTML, you see this red line, it goes from here. So that means this is the scope. Then we click on head, see this red line, this dotted line. This also indicates that this is the scope of this head tag. We click on title, again see this red line in between. Okay, similarly body, see the red line, dotted line. That indicates that this is the scope of the body tag. Okay, next you can see that you have these negative signs here. So this means that you can collapse a page, a tag, or you can expand a tag. Okay. Now, for example, if I type some title here, right? This is the title. Now, if I don't want to see this head tag at all because it's occupying space on my web on the screen, right? So what I can do is I can just switch off the title, maybe like this. You can see this horizontal line coming here. This indicates that some text is hidden here. Or if I want, I can altogether hide this head. See, that gives me a lot of space to work on the screen. Okay, so that way it is beneficial. See, all right. Then we have some other things here which are quite useful. Whatever I have typed here on the screen, I told you that this is the wording which you have to type everything. This piece of code you have to type every time you start with the HTML coding. So you can go to macro here and click on start recording, right? Imagine there is nothing written here. Okay, I delete everything and then I start recording. So I go to macro and I click on start recording. Now let us type something. Right. Then we have the body. Now after typing this, now this is the basic format of HTML, right? So after doing this recording, let us go to macro and stop recording. Okay, you can even save it if you like. Now imagine that I go to a new class and I want everything to be written with me. Then I'll go to run and I'll click on, I'll go to macro and click on playback. Okay, see this? Everything is typed for us. It's ready for us to type. Okay, so we can concentrate on a job rather than typing the basic format every time. Okay, so this is another advantage of Notepad++. Okay, then as in the last lecture, you might have seen that whenever we make a new file, HTML file, we need to save it with .htm or .html extension, right? So here also, now that you know that I have selected the language HTML, you can see these dots indicating that. Okay, so I want to save it right now, so I'll click on save and see how it helps me now. Also, you can see the type of the file down here, it's already selected for me. Okay, so I can just write some name. Okay, so it gives me extension, see, .htm here, .html here, right? Let's go to HTML or folder and click on save. All right, so this is a good tool, you try it. All right. Okay, let's continue. We did on that day how to insert some heading labels here. Let's write some heading here first of all. Let's do with h1 and h1 ends. So we have got a heading. Now let us suppose I want to draw a horizontal line here. So I told you on that day that we have some empty tags like BR and HR. BR is used to leave a line and start from the beginning of the next line. And HR was the tag which we used for drawing a horizontal line. Okay, so do remember that HR is used to draw a horizontal line. Okay, so let's do only this much. We have saved it and let's run it. Let's run it here. See how we have got our heading. So this is the heading, and if I just maximize it,